Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Hi folks. That was President Franklin Roosevelt, December 8th, 1941, about his speech in reference to the attack upon Pearl Harbor the day before, December 7th. And today is December 7th in the United States, and in December 7th issue of the Dallas Morning News appeared this article. This article is written by Albert Siegel of the Tribune News. He pretty much covers what was the causes that led up to the attack upon Pearl Harbor. And I would have to say it's fairly done, somewhat accurate. It's simplistic and short because of the brevity of the article. But there's two parts of this article which I have to question. One part here is right here, where he mentions that December 8th pretty much goes unmarked, unnoticed in Japan. Huh? What would you like them to do? Run through the streets yelling out Banzai and Tora Tora? What takes place in Berlin in September? You know, because the Second World War started when the Nazis invaded Poland in September of '39. Does any commemoration take place there? I bet you there's a commemoration in Rome commemorating when the fascist Italians invaded Ethiopia. Is there a commemoration there? What do you expect to take place? But never mind that. He writes down over here about the Yasukuni Shrine in Tokyo. Well, apparently there must be two Yasukuni shrines, because the one he went to is vastly different than the one I've been to many a times. He writes that in the lobby of the Yasukuni Shrine, first of all, there's a lobby, and the lobby of the Yasukuni Shrine, there's a fighter plane, a Zero, that infamous fighter plane from World War II belonging to Japan, right there in the lobby of the shrine. Hello? There's no shrine to the, excuse me, there's no lobby to the shrine, the Yasukuni Shrine. You stand in front of the shrine, you do your praying, you do pay your respects. If you want to go inside with a Shinto priest, you go into the visitor center to the right, and then the Shinto priest accompanies you inside and leads you in a prayer. Now, I've been to all those places, and I didn't see a Japanese Zero in front of the shrine. I did not see a Japanese Zero in the visitor center, and I did not see a Japanese Zero in the shrine itself. So what is this guy talking about? Well, he got his geography a little mixed up. There is a Japanese Zero in the War Museum on the grounds there, not in the shrine. And the Japanese Zero is in the War Museum. Gee, I wonder why there would be a Japanese Zero in a Japanese War Museum. There you go. That answers the question right there. Of course you're going to find implements of war in the War Museum. But you know what I found in that War Museum? When you go inside of it, there's the theater, and the theater outlines in the movie Japanese military history. And it ends pretty much with the end of the Second World War. And it shows American soldiers, the occupiers, occupying Japan. You know what they show the American soldiers doing? Passing out candy to Japanese children. Let's be a little more accurate in our description of what we write. And remember, when it's in the American news media, you must question what you read. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the nation you happen to be in. And God bless our good friends and trusted allies in the land of the rising sun, Nihon, Japan. See ya. Hi folks. Here is a little article that appeared in the Dallas Morning News. This article is in reference, well, first of all, it's a little article in the Dallas Morning News. However, it's a big news story in Japan, Nihon, the land of the rising sun. Fishing vessels from communist-led China have entered Japan's EEZ, exclusive economic zone. And what these fishing boats are after is something that they cannot get in Chinese waters because it's against the law, and it's known as red coral. But when these vessels here extract red coral, they really ruin the coral beds. The vessels are within the economic zone there. Unless they extract resources, they're not in violation of anything. The Japanese Coast Guard were able to arrest about 5 of the fishing vessel captains because of a violation. They were fined, let go, and I don't know if their vessels were returned to them. But what's taken place here is there needs to be a little more aggressive reaction, well, I should say defensive reaction on the part of the Japanese in reference to these 200 boats. So you're going to say, well, they're in the economic zone, there's nothing really legally we could do about it. Okay, let's take that, all right? Let me tell you why this is happening. Not so much for the red coral, it's because of this in the Dallas Morning News. Hong Kong, which belongs to China, they are protesting, the students and others, because they want more democracy within that in Hong Kong. And recently the students clashed with the police. This has the potential of erupting and getting larger and spreading throughout the Middle Kingdom, China. So the commies in China, what they have to do once this erupts is divert the attention, the anger of the people in the streets to where? Not to Beijing, way across on the other side to Japan, their favorite enemy, Nihongoku. Now how are they going to divert the anger of the people from China to Japan once a clash takes place? Well, it won't be here, but it will be used because of this, and that's the Senkaku Islands. When this flares up and it spreads across the Middle Kingdom, they're going to use these tactics to invade the Senkaku Islands. They're not going to use Chinese military vessels as the first line of the invasion. They're going to use the fishing boats. And they've already monitored Japan's reaction, military communications. They know what to expect based upon this. This is pure subterfuge which has taken place for the red coral. Oh, it's economic. They want the red coral, but they got the blessings of the communists because now the communist military is able to monitor Japan's reaction for when this blows up and when they send those fishing vessels into the Senkaku, which will have military personnel on board. See? Very simple, kids. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the nation you happen to be in. And God bless our good trusted friends and allies in the land of the rising sun, Nihon, Japan. See ya. Hi folks, my sweetheart, Melissa the Magnificent, the one who's the team leader of the Cold Coward Guardies, those clowns in Japan from Sea Shepherd. Recently she flew into Tokyo and she flew out of Tokyo. Well, she didn't plan on leaving Tokyo so soon. She was arrested, well not arrested, she was detained by the authorities and thrown out. And here's what she did. She arrives in Narita Airport, Tokyo, wearing a Sea Shepherd jacket with the emblem, basically bragging to everybody, that's me, Sea Shepherd, and my self-righteous indignation to the people in the nation of Japan, and you can't do anything about me being here, because I didn't break the law. Well, the authorities recognized her, yanked her out of the line, interrogated her, kept her for 9 hours, put her on the next flight out of Tokyo, threw her out of Japan. Now, why did this happen? It happened because last year, when she was the team leader in Taiji, with her inflammatory commentary on the videos and the live stream and the photographs and the faceless book page, it caught the attention of the stupid American ambassador Caroline Kennedy in Japan, and she tweeted something critical of Japan's activities with the dolphins. Well, the minions were happy all over the world. See, we got the ambassador involved. Now it should wake up the government that it could create a rift between the United States because of what they're doing there. But you know something? It did shake up the well, not shake up, but it did bring the attention of the Japanese government. Yes, but instead of curtailing the activities in Taiji, they're curtailing Sea Shepherd's activities. Quite evident when they refused Fleaface to come into Japan, and now by throwing out Melissa the Magnificent, my sweetheart. The last thing the nation of Japan wants is a rift between the United States and Japan. Whatever causes that rift, it happens to be domestically within their country, they will do their best to neutralize that rift. And Melissa was at the essence of that rift, so she was neutralized by being thrown out. Why would she wear that jacket, drawing attention to herself? It cost close to $2,000, that airfare. Why waste $2,000? Well, that's quite simple. Because it wasn't her money. Most likely it was Sea Shepherd's money because she's a team leader. And that's the money that the minions give. Continue giving your money. Now, why she wanted to be thrown out, if that's the case, and I suspect it is, what's the reason behind that? I suspect we will soon find out. So Melissa the Magnificent, my sweetheart, she came to town and she left. I needed the material for my videos while she was in Taiji. Now I'm deprived of all that material. We'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the nation you happen to be in. God bless our good friends and trusted allies in Nihon, the land of the rising sun, Japan. See ya, or matane! Hi folks. Here's an article that appeared in today's Dallas Morning News, right on the front page, kids. And here it is. Here's that actual article. See, according to the Dallas Morning News, the wealth gap in these here United States of America is purely because of race. Yeah, it has nothing to do with behavior. Purely according to race, according to this article. What they go on further, quoting research from the Pew Research Center. And it shows that blacks, their incomes are lower than those Caucasians in these United States of America. So what you're supposed to get from this article is why it's a racist America. Only the Caucasians are rich, while people of color, they're on the bottom of the economic ladder. They don't have the money because those Caucasians stole it all. Yeah, that's the inference. But you know what this article purposely left out? The Dallas Morning News. As the cause. What's the reason? Oh, you're supposed to gather the reason has to do purely because of racism, and color. That's the reason. But that isn't the reason. Let's look at some of the items they left out that causes that to happen. Could it possibly be behavior? The highest out of wedlock rates in the United States are among blacks in this country. The lowest graduation rates, high school rates, are among blacks, while the highest dropout rates are among blacks. So do you think perhaps those three may contribute as to why they are on the lower economic ladder as opposed to the Caucasians in this country, which have a higher graduation rate, which have a higher rate of births within an institution of marriage, have a lower dropout rate? You think perhaps that contributes? But you know what else they left out in this article? Now they only compare in this article those Caucasians and how Hispanics and blacks are on the bottom. Where are the Asians? How come they left that out here? Because the Pew Research Center did issue a graph in reference to that, and it shows that the Asians are on top, when it comes to economics in these here United States of America. So why was that left out here? Because in politically correct America today, we're not to vilify any other group but you Caucasians. So that's why this article was written in such a way that it was written to continue white privilege. These Caucasians are taking all the money. Never mind, statistics show there's another ethnic group higher among you Caucasians. That's not politically correct. Alright folks, we'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. And God bless the nation you happen to be in. See ya. Hi folks. Welcome to another series of Why I Love Japan. I'm on the Dotonbori Bridge in Osaka in the Dotonbori area. And a couple comes walking by and the young lady's wearing a shirt that has an American flag on the back. So I stopped and asked may I take a photograph, and they consented. So I took the photograph of the back, and when they turned around, sure enough, there was the American flag again on the front of her shirt. Now, that is not a rare occurrence in Japan. Go into a clothing store and you'll most likely see what I saw. Look at all these shirts there with some American flags or something America related on there. What I found interesting when I traveled throughout Japan, which is somewhat unique, see a lot of countries around the world, the people like things that are American, but they do not like Americans. Whereas in Japan, they like both. They like things that are American as well as they like Americans. Now, what I do here on the internet, I watch a lot of Japanese television programs. And the reason for that is a multiple of reasons. You get to learn the culture, but it's an escape from the garbage that's on American television. American television, as you know, is full of debauchery and perversion, and it debases our culture, and it's anti-Christian, anti-religion, and almost all forms. So it's really a disgusting form of entertainment is to watch a lot of these TV shows on American TV, and I escape by watching Japanese television programs. And I want that Japanese programs, maybe they do the same thing. I don't know. I haven't seen them so far. And I've watched a lot of Japanese television programs where they encourage their culture. They nourish their culture, and there's no fear of religion. A simple example is this. On almost the various TV programs that I've watched, the Japanese programs, when they casually are in their homes and they're about to have dinner, they all do a takadakimasu. That's basically giving thanks for the food that they have. It's a simplistic interpretation. Almost all the time, whenever they enter the home, no matter what the program is, no matter what the situation, somebody always says, Tadaima, I'm home, I'm back, something to that effect. A lot of the cultural norms transcend in their programs. In other words, it's not in the front of their culture, they embrace their culture, which is different than here in America. We're getting back to the American flags. Once a program was one called The Battery, a middle school student into baseball, and his younger brother in one scene is wearing this shirt. See, American flag of these United States of America. On another program called Producing the Boto, I hope I said that correctly, and then episode 10, around Christmas time, they're celebrating Christmas, exchanging gifts. But look on the right side of the screen. What do you see there? Red, white, and blue, and the stars. Patriotic America. That's another program embracing what's America subtly in the background. What's interesting about this show also is it was another indication on how they do not fear religion in Japan. In early episodes on this program, one of the gentlemen, he's seen doing this rather quick, which is the sign of the cross. What's peculiar about that is Catholicism in Japan is less than 1% of the population. Now getting back to episode 10, around Christmas time, they were playing, there's some talking going on, and in the background they have Christmas music playing. Listen to the Christmas music, and the Christmas music is Silent Night. Now look even further, and behind the couple there, on the window, it reads Merry Christmas. Yes, it's backwards, because it's facing right side on an opposite window. Now folks, what's peculiar about Merry Christmas and Silent Night on a television show? In this 21st century in America, have you seen that here? If they're going to do a Christmas scene here, it's going to read Season's Greetings, and the music will be something like Deck the Halls with lots of holly. You won't hear Silent Night or see Merry Christmas on most TV shows in this century in the United States, but in Japan, no fear of religion whatsoever. That's why I love Japan. That's why I respect Japan. And speaking about religion, the Torii is the symbol of the Shinto religion in Japan. And here it is over from one sidewalk to another, spanning across the street. Get that off the public property! It's a religious artifact! Separation of church and state! No. That's in the United States, you cannot do that. Because they fear religion in the United States. But in Japan, where there's no fear, there's no problem with placing a Torii across a public street. In Osaka, we park our vehicle in a parking lot, and on one side of the parking lot was a cement wall or cinder block wall, and placed periodically on the wall was a drawing of the Torii. And I questioned, why was that, since there was no religious institution nearby? The reason for that is, when people leave the bars in a nearby area and walk up the street to the subway station at night, they want to make sure they don't urinate on the walls. So they place a painting of a Torii, because even while drunk or having too much liquor in them, they recognize it as a religious artifact and they will not desecrate that. Now, could you see that here in the United States? If we were to place crosses on the wall, they would purposely urinate on that wall. But not in Japan, because they respect religions and they don't fear it. See? That's why I love Japan. Alright folks, we'll see you. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the nation you happen to be in. God bless our good friends and trusted allies in the land of the rising sun, Nihon, Japan. See ya.
分までも keep smiling